Dear students, I'd like to tell you about the concept of procedural format of writing. There's no procedural format. I've already said that before. I repeat, you can decide it, but of course, you can divide a story in your mental mind in some portion like introduction, main plot, subplot, conclusion, sort of. You getting the point? That is, in the introduction, you've told what the picture is, who's the character, and in the main plot, you're talking what he thought, what he did, and in the subplot, if there is any problem, then he's written it, and in the conclusion, what is the end part of it. This can be one of the ways. Now, there are many times when you talk about the coaching products, we find that there are a lot of people who are having certain procedural format of writing a story. So what happens that over the period people have been writing and sending it across. They are not confident of writing it creatively. They don't want to write in a sensible or natural manner. They want to write in that same procedural manner. Unfortunately, that becomes well understood that okay, you are writing it in this way. As there are many prominent coachings in the classes, I always believe in guidance. I do not believe in coaching. I believe that I should allow you, rather, you should be forced to write in your own self rather than a format itself. But there are many where they learn procedural concepts, and when they learn procedural, it is evident. For example, you have Levis for jeans, you have being human for some kind of shirts and other things, and you have Adidas for shoes. There are people who have been identified that okay, they write like this, they write like this, they write like this. Please be creative and leave that procedural forward, but be sensible and logical in writing your stories. This is just a small concept just to bang on to what you've learned before, remind you what to remember, how to be original, and that's it. Do not be procedural. Is it clear? I'll elaborate more. I'd like to elaborate more there. That is, when we talk about what do you mean by procedural writing and what do you mean by real format of writing. When you write in procedure, you write there was a character, then one day he saw this, then he did this, then he did this. Now you automatically tend to extend the action by he did this, and then he did this. Now that becomes procedural. Procedural is anything which is very common, which is seen as a format followed by others. Stories can always be, it can start with the situation also. That once there was an accident, so Ravi was passing by, he saw this. Yes or no? Original can also be that he had gone to a village so and so when Ravi saw this, and then you can write it. So instead of having any procedure or any kind of thought process, whatever you want to write, the way you want to write, you're free to write, but read it once you've written it down. Does it sound sensible? Does it convey a message? Does it seem logical? I hope it doesn't look like a formatted style. You can put in your emotions, a little bit of it. However, high emotions is not appreciated, but emotions towards solution is always appreciated because that is something which we understand. That when you will not have, you will have zero emotion. Suppose you're walking on the road and you have zero emotion for any accident, what are you going to do? You're not going to do anything. So we don't want the apathetic people. We want empathetic or sympathetic people. Because I want to tell you, empathy and sympathy connects as a leader. It connects as a family. It connects as a responsibility. And that is very important for all of you. So please try to connect with the people. Try to understand their needs. Try to fulfill their needs. Be a person of utility. And that is how it is going to be. Then you'll become automatically a leader. The moment you are of utility, the moment you are a person of capability, the moment you are a person of having different thought process, it's going to be fine. So what I want to tell you here is basically that while writing it, should understand this, that there is no procedural format. You can write, but any story is natural to move from A to Z. It should not jump from A, then Z, then back to A, then you getting the point. So when it is moving from A to Z, it will automatically look natural. And that is going to make the story very sensible. Is it clear? So remember this, that whenever you're writing a story which is moving systematically, but it is not necessarily to be followed by the things which you read from n number of websites or n number of things. Please don't kill your creativity. You can always write something which is natural, which is coming to your mind, but it should not be absurd. We are not looking for ghost stories. We are not looking for mythological stories. We're not looking for any kind of religious story. We're looking for your story, your real life stories, or your real life appreciations. Anything which you have observed and you have liked, you have appreciated, go ahead, write it down. We welcome you. So please do that, and I'm sure you will be able to do it better. Thank you very much. It's understandable. Thank you, Jen.